Right now, at this very second, our entire galaxy, the Milky Way, is being dragged through space, not slowly, not gently, at 2.2 million kilometers per hour. And the terrifying part? We don't know what's pulling it. Something massive is out there. Something so powerful, it's pulling hundreds of thousands of galaxies all at once toward a single point in space. Scientists call it, and for decades, it has been one of the greatest unsolved mysteries in the universe. To understand what the Great Attractor is, you first need to understand how big the universe really is. Our solar system sits inside the Milky Way galaxy, one of roughly 2 trillion galaxies in the observable universe. Now, galaxies don't just float alone. They cluster together into groups, then superclusters, like cities on a cosmic map. We live in a supercluster called Laniakea, 500 million light-years wide, containing the mass of 100 quadrillion suns. And here's where it gets strange. Everything in Laniakea, every galaxy, every star, every planet is flowing toward one specific region. That region is called the Great Attractor. It sits about 250 million light-years away from Earth in the direction of the constellation Centaurus. And for a long time, we couldn't even see it. The story begins in the 1970s. Astronomers were mapping the universe, tracking how galaxies move, and they noticed something deeply strange. Galaxies weren't moving randomly. They were all drifting in the same direction. In 1986, a team of 7 astronomers, later nicknamed the Seven Samurai, made it official. They confirmed a massive gravitational anomaly pulling everything around it. The problem? It was sitting right behind one of the most inconvenient places in the sky, the zone of avoidance. This is the densely packed disk of our own Milky Way. So much dust and so many stars that optical telescopes, the kind that detect visible light, are completely blinded. For years, the Great Attractor hid behind the galaxy itself, like a monster hiding in plain sight. It wasn't until the 1990s and 2000s, when scientists used X-ray and radio telescopes that could pierce through the dust, that we finally started to see what was behind the curtain. So what did we find? A massive concentration of galaxies, called the Norma Cluster, sitting at the heart of the attraction zone. But here's the twist that nobody expected. The Norma Cluster alone doesn't explain the pull. The gravity from that region is enormous, but not enormous enough to be pulling hundreds of thousands of galaxies across hundreds of millions of light years. So scientists dug deeper, and in 2016, they discovered something even bigger lurking behind the Great Attractor. A supercluster of superclusters, called the Shapley supercluster, one of the most massive concentrations of matter in the known universe, sitting 500 million light-years away. Some researchers now believe the Shapley supercluster is the true engine driving the cosmic flow. But even that might not be the full answer, because when scientists model all the gravity in the visible universe, something still doesn't add up. There's more pull than there should be. Which brings us to the deepest mystery of all. You've probably heard of dark matter, the invisible substance that scientists believe makes up about 27% of the universe. We can't see it, we can't touch it, but we can see its gravitational effects. And the Great Attractor might be one of the most dramatic examples. The leading theory today is that the cosmic flow toward this region is driven by a massive web of dark matter filaments. Enormous invisible structures that connect superclusters across the universe. Think of it like this. Galaxies are like droplets on a spider's web. The web is made of dark matter, and every filament pulls matter toward the thickest, densest nodes. The Great Attractor might simply be the closest massive node on that cosmic web, a gravitational drain pulling nearby galaxies toward it. But we still don't fully understand what dark matter is, which means the mystery isn't solved. It's just gotten bigger. So here's the question you're probably asking. Are we in danger? The honest answer? No, not in any human timescale. The Milky Way has been flowing toward the Great Attractor for billions of years, and it will continue for billions more. But something fascinating will happen eventually. As we approach the Great Attractor region, the expansion of the universe is actually working against it. The universe is accelerating outward, and at some point, that expansion will overpower the gravitational pull. In the far future, galaxies beyond a certain distance will be pulled away from us faster than the speed of light, disappearing from the observable universe forever. The Great Attractor might one day become unreachable, a mystery we can see but never arrive at. The Great Attractor is a reminder of how much we still don't know about the universe we live in. We are passengers on a planet, inside a solar system, inside a galaxy, inside a supercluster, all hurtling through space towards something we cannot fully explain. And somehow, that's not terrifying. It's extraordinary. If you want to keep exploring the deepest mysteries of space, subscribe to this channel because we're just getting started. Drop a comment below. Do you think we'll ever fully solve the Great Attractor mystery? I'll see you in the next one.